right, topic number 2 is the fact that Deadpool 3 has now got a director in Mr. Shawn Levy, I believe.
Yes, it is Mr. Shawn Levy.
Right. So, where does this come to us from?
This comes direct from Variety, as always, a very reputable source. And I guess I'm doing it again. So, for Deadpool 3, Shawn Levy has entered the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's right, people. He's done Free Guy. He just did the Adam Project, and now he's back with this.
He loves working with Ryan Adams.
Ryan Adams.
Ryan Reynolds.
He's working with Bryan Adams. If you remember the song from Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. So, once again, teaming up with Ryan Reynolds for Deadpool 3, the much anticipated third installment of the comedic action franchise, Variety reports. Reet Reeves and Paul Wernick, who penned the first 2 Deadpool films, will write the third movie, thank God for that, based on the X-Men comic book character created by Rob Liefeld. I'm his name right. Lizzie Molyneux-Logelin and Wendy Molyneux, I'm sorry for butchered your names, Emmy-winning writers of Bob's Burgers, had been previously tapped to write Deadpool 3, but Reese and Wernick will instead return for a third outing, which that gives me some faith as well.
Yeah.
Besides Reynolds, no other cast members are confirmed for Deadpool 3. But we know one that might be. The second Deadpool film introduced Josh Brolin as Cable and Zazie Beetz as Domino. Deadpool also starred Marina Barcerina as Vanessa and TJ Miller as Weasel. Tim Miller directed the original movie with David Leitch helmed for direct Deadpool 2. Reynolds also shared the news on Twitter with an image featuring his characters in Deadpool, the Adam Project, and Free Guy. The third film in my Shawn Levy trilogy will be a tad more stabby.
Tad more stabby.
Man, he gets away with that. Oh, that's a brilliant picture, actually. We'll see if we can get it and put it up.
Yeah.
The Deadpool movies are the top grossing X-Men films of all time. That's nuts. Each earning over 780 million worldwide. So combined, they've earned over $1.5 billion. The first 2 films, which debuted in 2016 and 2018 respectively, were released by 20th Century Fox with Disney before they acquired the studio. Around that time, there was fear that Disney would seek to maintain its family-friendly image. It's another thing we'll talk about later on, which is far from the raunchy world of Deadpool, definitely. However, Disney's then chairman and CEO Bob Iger, because he didn't want anything to do with that, diminished those concerns in 2019, saying Deadpool will continue to make R-rated. So Disney will continue to make R-rated Deadpool movies and other adult-orientated Marvel stories, but at the time we were led to believe it obviously would be on Hulu. We will continue in that business, promised Iger. There's certainly popularity with those types of films. However, he hinted that these films won't be released under the traditional Marvel or Disney banner, and the company would make an effort to ensure it is carefully branding R-rated films so we're not in any way confusing the consumer. The Hollywood Reporter was the first to report the news. So, there's another article we're talking a little bit about the whole Disney shenanigans with PG and 18 ratings. But, Larry, what is your thoughts on this?
I love the fact that, first of all, he's working with Shawn Levy again, which again, Adam, I haven't seen the Adam Project.
No, we haven't seen it yet.
But that I've been hearing decent things about that. And obviously, I've seen Free Guy and I love Free Guy.
Yeah, Free Guy was brilliant.
Yeah.
Free Guy was...
So, I love when directors and actors get on and work well together and continue in that vein in other projects. So that fills me with joy because I know that there's
a passion for it.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, so that part of it I love, and the second part of it that I love is that the original writers are back. Now, when I heard what you read about Bob's Burgers writers doing it at first, I was like, what?
I was like, no offense to you guys, you might write some
you might write some brilliant stuff. And from what I heard, Bob's Burgers, I've never watched it, but from what I've heard, it's very critically acclaimed. But, what if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm glad the writers are coming back. So for me, I'm just filled with joy right about now. I can't wait to see Deadpool 3. And the fact that it's staying R-rated. It's going on Disney, parental control, whatever. But listen, I don't care about that. When my kids, when I tell my kids don't watch this, they ain't watching it. So
you put the remote on a high shelf and you make sure the code is unbreakable. It's done.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, it's gonna go put a code and stuff.
But I'm loving this news, and I can't wait to see Deadpool 3. I hope it goes more in line with the first one, because although I did love the second one, the first one was
The first one was superior.
so much better.
Yeah, the first one was definitely
so much better.
You're about to be killed by a Zamboni. Yeah, I love the first one.
So what are your thoughts on it, bro?
I echo your thoughts 100%. I love the first Deadpool movie. I did enjoy the second one, but again, to your sentiments, it wasn't as strong as the first movie. I did enjoy it. I did love what Josh Brolin did with Cable.
Yeah,
I thought it was brilliant.
And Zazie Beetz.
And Zazie Beetz, yeah. I mean, not only is she a great actress and beautiful woman, but she was wicked in that film. All the moments of comedy where she just almost steals the scenes from Ryan Reynolds in certain moments. She just holds the road against him. That's hard to do with Reynolds, because Reynolds is slowly but surely becoming, like, for me, he's replacing Jim Carrey, but not the slapstick side of things. He's the go-to guy for comedy now.
That's a good analogy. Although Carrey's making his comeback now with the Sonic,
film. He is definitely, but I think he's going the more the child route now with a lot of the stuff he's doing. The days of him doing adult comedy, I don't think they might still be there. Don't get me wrong, you can still do adult comedy later on, but I think Reynolds has become the person now we look to.
He's the go-to.
He's the go-to now, and he is Hollywood's prince at the moment. Like, you can't take that away from him. I think
him and The Rock.
The Rock's the king, and he's the prince.
Yeah, they can't do no wrong.
Yeah, they can't do no wrong. So I'm definitely excited for this. I'm a little bit upset that Leach isn't back as a director, but I think just because I like the action that Leach brings to it, because he's an action director first and foremost. But I think that's the reason why the second one wasn't as strong narratively, because he may have made some directional choices that took it in a different direction. But the first director on there, Tim Miller, obviously, he directed in a certain way, which Leach brought in a bigger action standpoint in the second one. So hopefully the third one, especially with Shawn Levy on board, who obviously he's just done, as we mentioned already, Free Guy. The Adam Project, which if you've seen it already, it literally came out yesterday. We are going to review it at some point. But that's been getting very, very good reviews. The Campion Show raved about it. And Shawn Levy also did Real Steel, which I still really love.
Real Steel. I didn't know.
Yeah, he directed that, which leads me to my next bit about the casting. So Shawn Levy has also said, and this might whet your appetite, he's also said that it is now, and he's confirmed this, he will make it his mission to get Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds in a project together to settle the bromance. Now, he confirmed that just before this news was confirmed. Which says to me that possibly we might be seeing some claws in Deadpool 3. 3 claws, triple coming up. That's what I'm going to say.
We may...
I'm hoping. I know he said he's hanged them up. But...
And when you think about the reason why he hung them up, it's like... That's going to be hard to entice him to do that. But to be fair,
they can show me an out-of-shape Hugh Jackman in this movie, just like they can show me a fat Wolverine on the couch for comedy reasons.
That would work,
tell him to go fuck himself like he did in X-Men with Michael Fassbender. I'll be fine with that. Just to see them to settle the bromance. Because they've had this bromance over YouTube and online
for ages. Ever since the first one came out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I love the bit where he blows out his brains for reading Green Lantern, and then straight after that he does the X-Men Origins film and redoes the whole sequence in the bar. And he turns up and shoots him. It was brilliant.
Oh, man.
I'm excited for this. I don't think I can do any wrong with this. I'm glad that they're keeping it on, like you said. They need to, because Deadpool can only really work in that realm. They tried the PG-13 version with it when they tried to tame down Deadpool 2.
That's right.
And it
didn't work.
Don't get me wrong, some people enjoyed it, but for most of us, like, when you remove that and you water it down, it loses the appeal of what Deadpool's about. Deadpool has to be fourth wall breaking adult content.
Right.
And it's not because we indulge in the exploitative nature of highly offensive things, but there are certain elements of comedy in certain parts of the character that lend themselves to an R rating because of the sensibilities of the character.
Exactly. And they're staying true to the comics with their character, you know. That's how he is in the comics. He's a fourth wall breaking, wisecracking. You know, in the comics he's always wise because, you know, he's always wisecracking with Spider-Man, because Spider-Man is a little bit of a wisecracker as well. You see that in some of the films, especially now with Tom Holland, you see that. But in the comics, very much so. So much so that there's a little bromance between Deadpool and Spider-Man in the comics. Do you know what I mean? So 100%. I agree with you, man. It's needed. I think we live in a world now where if they'd have come out with a PG-13 version of Deadpool first, we probably would be like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
We don't need an R-rated version. But we live in a world where
you gave me my cake.
Right.
I want to eat some more of it. Okay.
You can't now give me bread and tell me that's cake. No.
You gave me the Black Forest fruit ghetto, and you gave me one piece of it. I want to eat all 14 pieces.
Exactly. So yeah, I'm psyched for this. I know you are.
Big time.
Yeah, this is definitely an opening night joke.
Oh yeah. All day.
Whenever it comes out.
Whenever it comes out. And again, if you can get us involved, like, throw Luke Cage in there as a universal.
It's in the MCU now.
Or
Iron Fist.
Yeah, Iron Fist. Or even if you haven't cast Wolverine yet, give me a wig. And like Larry will sort me out physical wise, and I'll be there.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
But yeah, listen, let us know what you think. Are you happy to hear that Deadpool 3's now got a director and the writers of the original 2 are on board now? Leave some comments down below and let us know what you think.